Dirty truck, and it's 5:51 here in Detroit. Oh man, bought these lemon slices from Myers on Jefferson. The new Myers that they built just outside of downtown. Now, I don't know if it's the lemon slices or the Hudsonville ice cream I bought there. I had this ice cream with the lemon slices. Tell me why my mouth feels dry. And I don't know if it's the cake or the ice cream did it, but my mouth feels dry. Like, you know how you take a dry rag and just rub it across your tongue, and you know how that dry feeling be in your mouth? That's what it feels like. And it's still so dry now that I can't even sample the cake or the ice cream to see which one of them did it. And I'm thinking it's the cake because the cake tastes dry. You see the date on it, the 12/31. Wasn't open. I just broke this open before I ate them. I took two slices with the ice cream. I'm sick of this goddamn shit. They ain't got no business doing this shit. One of my apps today decided to act up. It kept going offline. Then some error message come up talking about battery optimizer. Talking about the battery optimizer. The app couldn't function because the battery optimizer was on. Well, no battery optimizer on. These motherfuckers hacking into the phone. Let me tell you what they're doing. And I'm just going to go ahead and put the real story out there. These motherfuckers at 53, I'm 53, still talking about a disease lie. A lie you told. You still trying to think you can make a disease appear by doing shit. They were going around here trying to stress me out. All of a sudden, my neck started feeling like it's tension and tight. They're trying to cause stress because they're looking for a disease to appear. And these bitches need to be in jail. You about the dumbest motherfuckers I ever seen in my life that you would think after all these motherfucking years, your dumb ass don't get the message. If it was a disease, it wouldn't take this long for you to say it, stupid bitch. That's right, you a stupid bitch. And that's what was happening at Warren Truck Plant. See, when you don't listen to a story correctly that somebody telling you, and then you go around telling your little rumors off of what somebody told you, you didn't hear everything exactly. You just jumped the gun and started running your fucking mouth to the wrong motherfucker. You told it to Mario. That's who that bitch told. See, when you try to tell your story or something that happened to you to somebody you thought you was in a relationship with and you could trust, and that bitch only wanted to bed you so he can go back and tell his friend and then tell his friend some other stuff. See, it is dirty motherfuckers around here that like to get people in bed because they want to know what it's like or why you wasn't sleeping with nobody. And I was one of them. That's what was going on at Warren Truck Plant. And, you know, what would happen if the law found out that it really wasn't because I was crazy? You just made that shit up. I wasn't crazy. What if they found out that the real reason behind you putting me off my job is because you was discussing a disease? That's right. You thought I had a disease. You were going around the plant, the little shit I was hearing coworkers saying. Well, I used to have, and I still have, I get these blackheads right here because I don't know why they just form around my lip. I get them right here, and I have one bump that they keep coming back there, and then I have one blackhead that come back there. Been doing it for years. But back then, I used to pop them with my finger. But I didn't know how to properly pop them. So I would squeeze and squeeze until my fingernail would break the skin, and it would leave a scab, a mark, a scab. And that's what they was looking at. Them bitches thought I had a disease around my motherfucking mouth. And you know, you got to be a stupid ass to think everything a motherfucking disease. Them motherfuckers, if I had a scar on my face, if I cut my cheek, them bitches was looking at my fucking face. You want to know how I know they was talking about a disease? Because I heard one of them bitches come down the line. Because he looked at my mouth. Because I was on the line one day. I had just popped one of them. And when I got the little, you know, that little shit, whatever they call it, little shit to come out and squeeze the little black head out, I end up breaking the skin. And once you break the lip line is a very thin line. You got to be very careful fucking with that. So back then I used to pop them blackheads. And it would leave a blemish right there. Them bitches thought I had a fucking disease about the mouth. I ain't never had no motherfucking disease about the mouth. And then you wished I had a disease about the mouth. I never did have a disease about the mouth. But I know who is the disease of the mouth, and it's your ass. These motherfuckers is getting off talking about a disease. You've been talking about this shit how many years, bitch? I'm 53. And you still think you fucking Houdini could go around here doing shit to food, stressing me out. That's why they was stressing me out. They was trying to cause stress because them motherfuckers was listening to shit and thought stress would make a disease appear. But then when it didn't, they was looking stupid. So now you going around fucking with my food. So let me tell you why they also fucking with the food. They fucked around and put this weight on me. I Googled what they could do to cause instant weight gain. It is some shit they could do instant weight gain. And you've been coming here slipping it in it. I think one of your main beverages that I have open in here that you're doing it in, this right here. I've been buying this milk. And every time I buy milk or stuff that says no hormones, that's when I start seeing all the facial hair. It's like the reverse of what the damn bottle or the shit say. My mouth is dry. My tongue is dry after eating that lemon cake and that motherfucking ice cream. You know, if you take a dry rag, a towel, just rub across your tongue, it dry all the water off of it. That's how my mouth tastes right now. I don't know what the fuck was on there. And this happened at Starbucks. I stopped at a Starbucks. Gratiot 12. I'm fancy about that. They got a cinnamon coffee cake that I absolutely love. Went to that one. See, when I start going in the stores and they know what I like. They know what I buy. They know what I prefer. And when I go in the store and I only see one of them left, I get leery because that's the little test item. It's something in it or they done done something to it. So I go to Starbucks. Then I'm going to get back to this story here. Order my cinnamon coffee cake. She said, we only got one left. One left. So I done ordered my peppermint hot chocolate. They fucked with that the day before. Ordered a peppermint hot chocolate. It don't come with that shot of coffee. They call it espresso or whatever the fuck it is they put it there. A hot chocolate don't come with that. But I'm sitting out there in the lot, and I'm glad I didn't pull off. I'm sitting out there in the car because I had a writer's spur. Something just popped in my head I wanted to write. A quote. So I'm sitting out there trying to get my thoughts together. And then I start sipping on this damn hot chocolate. I taste coffee. So I go back in there. I said, did you put that coffee stuff in there? She said, well, maybe I did. Maybe. No, you know you did. And I'm getting tired of that. They like to pretend they didn't do what the fuck I'm back in there talking about. And you're not going to keep getting away with that shit. So, let me tell you. I get these blackheads, and I still get them because I just popped some recently. But I didn't know the secret. You got to let your pores open. You need to be steam somewhere where it's moist so your skin can soften and you can squeeze that stuff out. They got a little tool for it, but I ain't got that. I just pop them because I get them right here, a few right here, one over here. That's still there. I ain't get all that out. Then there's one that just it's like a recurring, nagging, aggravating one that keeps coming right there. And then there's a blackhead that come right back there. So I popped them. But back then, when I was at Warren Truck Plant, I used to squeeze them out, and my fingernail would break the skin around my lip. And then it ends up with a scab. I actually did it in trucking when I was with, who was that? Shit, I forgot. Oh, I know who it was, but I ain't gonna mention their motherfucking dirty ass name. And them motherfuckers thought I had a disease. So, and I remember one of the co-workers coming down the line, well, if that's going on there, I wonder what's going on down there. That's what I heard him say. And you know what? I wonder what the law would say. You know, they got away with my case by saying something about the statutory limit. You know, and that's kind of funny. You talk about a statutory limit when these other women, when they want to accuse a man of doing something, sexually assaulting them from back in the day. I mean, 20, 30 years ago, wake up with a memory of some shit. Get them in court. You ain't talking that statutory limit then, is you? No, you ain't. No, you going after who they going after because they got that money. Ain't that right? With no statutory limit. With that shit with Bill Cosby. With no statutory limit. This bitch just woke up one day and, well, shit. I remember some shit. Got his ass up in court. What the fuck? But here I am. This shit was fresh. Happening right before my eyes. Didn't nobody do shit. What would the law think? What was, if I had an attorney like Sam Bernstein back then when this shit happened? Or even now, maybe he can look up the case and find something to get your ass for. It's always something we can find. Because y'all always trying to find something to fuck my ass over with. But that's what if the law found out? It wasn't about me being crazy. That was the lie to cover up what you was talking about in there. Ain't that right? No, you was talking about a disease. What if employment law found out that you put me off my job, escorted me out the plant because you thought I had a disease and I was going around there sleeping with men, giving it to them? Come on, tell the truth. Can you tell the truth? Tell the truth. Say I'm lying, bitch. Tell me I'm motherfucking lying. You think I'm gonna lie about this shit? I heard y'all talking about this shit. I'm listening, I'm getting bits and pieces. See, that's why I don't pay to tell nobody your business. See, you go around dating motherfuckers and they just want to get into bed with you. See who can get you into bed first. Or get into bed with you to find out why you wasn't sleeping with nobody. Pretend they want to be in a relationship with you to get you to talking about your life and your private matters, your inner secrets, your life secrets. Because you ain't been in no relationship. And the motherfuckers want to know. And they want to know so they can go back to the plant and run their motherfucking mouth. Sheldon, who told Mario. Ain't that right? Warren Truck, you put me off my job because y'all was in there talking about a guy. They was in there on the line talking about a motherfucking disease. You can't put nobody off their job about a damn disease. I don't give a fuck what they got. We have protected HIPAA laws. You don't have the whole story about that. See, that's what I hate when you tell a motherfucker something. You dating somebody, you trust them with your most private secrets. So you finally tell a story that was told to you, a story that I knew had to be a lie. But I'm telling this story, but you ain't telling it right after I told you. You tell your buddy Mario for whatever reason. Mario come back to the plant, back there in the back on the line, talking with the guys back there. Now everybody watching me, looking at me, and then I ain't over them blackheads was was busting them and put scars around my lip. Everything that's a fucking scar, bitch, a scab, ain't no damn disease. You couldn't distinguish between a bust blackhead and a fucking real disease. Am I lying? Ask them why they put me on my job. Wouldn't the law like to know why you really put me on my job, One Truck? Because you was around there talking about a disease. Wouldn't the law like to know you sent me to the doctor so they can get me to talking about my life, and he started researching, looking into shit, writing down shit I said. Shit that didn't exist because it was a lie. And all these years, that's why they was aggravating me on the job in trucking. They've been trying to stress me out because they think stress is going to make a disease appear. If I cut myself shaving, the motherfuckers know it. And they walking around here acting like, well, she can't do nothing to that here. How the fuck you know what the fuck I just did? That's what's going on around here. And now you in here tampering with my food. Bitch, you put all this weight on me. Now you in here fucking with my food because your plan backfired. You put that weight on me, thought I was going to start losing more weight, and then you was going to whip it back off what you put on me. And while I was losing weight and my weight started going down like you wanted to. But your plan backfired, didn't it? Not only did the weight not come off, it went up. And then I started eating. I said, well, fuck it. I'm tired of losing this damn weight. And these motherfuckers coming here, slipping shit in my food, causing me to gain weight. And here's the main culprit here that I leave open in the refrigerator. Milk. This milk right here. And milk that says no hormones. Beverage like that. I leave open in the refrigerator. The milk says no hormones. But I be having facial hairs. Have to shave my mustache. I be having hairs here because I pluck my eyebrows, over pluck them, because you see I done fucked them up. They got to grow back. And these motherfuckers watching me so tough that they know I did that. So I Googled, what the fuck? Could somebody give somebody or slip somebody to make them gain weight instantly? What is the symptoms I'm having when I'm noticing the weight gain? I'm noticing facial hair. My body is blowing up. My shape feel muscular like a man. And they've been right here, and it's been these white chicks coming around me, talking about, ma'am, sir, then trying to play it off. I ain't got my contacts, ma'am, sir. So I ignored the bitch that was doing it today. But my body feels like a man beefing up, like you done gave me. It's called hormone therapy. You've been slipping something in my beverages to cause that, because that's what I notice when the shit is happening. I end up facial hairs, hair right here on my cheek. I end up with one breast hair sticking out my breast. It's hormone therapy that they coming in here, putting in my beverages, and I'm drinking it. It caused the weight gain because my body had a negative effect to it. It did what they wanted it to do, but you did too much. Now I'm so goddamn big, and then you did it during the time I ended up going on a cruise, and they snapped them pictures of my ass. So now it's documented, bitch. It's on film what you did. You going to jail. I ought to take these lemon slices down to the police department and tell them to eat one. If I'm not being poisoned, you don't believe none of the shit I'm saying to file a report about me telling you them coming in my apartment. Well, here, some fresh lemon slices from Myers. Why don't you taste them? Send them off to your lab. Take this ice cream. Send them to the lab. The bitches is talking about a disease that don't exist. And bitch, How many years? How long is you gonna keep coming around somebody that ain't got a disease, trying to make up a disease, hoping the disease of them motherfuckers come around me and say shit and think it's supposed to appear? Hey, disease. And they jump back. They looking for shit. Looking for me to scratch in my vaginal area. They looking for shit around my mouth. If I get a cut on my face, the motherfuckers all up in here like this. I'm 53. Bitch, that disease shit going one ear and out the other. I know me. I know you lied. And that lie is out, bitch. It's out. That's why they was going around looking for men I was sleeping with. I told you in a video, previous video, I had a dream. See, this was all a setup. They was trying to set it up. That's why I can't win the Mega Million, the Powerball. Because I think I slipped up and put the shit out and exposed they setup. I told you I had a dream when I lived on Beaconsfield. I had a dream that I had won the lottery, one of the big jackpots. And then all of a sudden, motherfuckers started coming to my door, trying to sue me, talking about I gave them something. It was a dream. But that's what them bitches do. They play with dreams. They take the dreams and try to make them real. But see, this the biggest lie that you ain't been held accountable for yet. See, what goes around comes around. See, you went and told that damn lie. And look what happened. The pandemic happened. People were dying from that shit. You put that shit in the atmosphere. That lie you told, you know what, when that pandemic hit, every motherfucker in that plant that was responsible for me being put off my job was at risk when that pandemic hit. You see how life worked? You thought you walked around here, gonna keep that little shit you did secret. The pandemic hit. How did it feel, bitch? Sitting up there hoping you don't get something that'll kill you. What you was talking about I had wouldn't have killed me at all. But life and some shady shit happened when that pandemic hit that jeopardized. People died from that shit. You see how life come around? What goes around comes around. I do believe in an eye for an eye. I believe in all that. I believe you have to be held accountable for what you've done. This is the biggest lie you ever told that you ain't been held accountable for. Who did you get to call my phone to pretend they was a nurse to tell me that bullshit? Yeah, they lied to me. One truck had no reason to put me on my job. I wasn't crazy. I said it had to be something else involved. What was it? Think. Remember what you was hearing. What were they saying? That's when I started talking about a disease. And when I had messed up my lip, the blackheads, and I heard them. Point came down the line and said it. I heard you. And maybe that's why my underwear keep getting messed with. You know what? Stuff that's happening to me is associated with people that I was involved with or was in my life during a certain time frame. And I remember Point telling me, I think somebody's wife had lost weight and he went and bought all his sexy underwear. My underwear keep getting played with. I wonder, is it because of him? Is it because of you? Going around spreading rumors, and then when the plant got at me to put me off my job, I find a document in the legal papers that the court got on the release Well, you gonna tell them, you went to tell them she didn't do nothing. 3 of y'all went up there. I didn't do nothing. What the fuck was I supposed to have done for them to do this in the first place? For you to be going up to labor relations. I didn't know nothing about this shit. Let me tell you something. What would happen if the law found out one truck plant violated the law? You violated the law. You made up a medical issue to cover up what you done. You made up a story of me being crazy and put me off my job. You cut my benefits off. You let me retire, not retire. You let me resign. Knowing this shit was a lie. You made me look like a total idiot. You ruined my family. My son walking around here angry because of this. I had to sell my home. We ended up homeless. Do you know the devastation that motherfucking place and those people in that union caused? And they ain't been held accountable for it. And you still around here trying to stress me out like a disease gonna appear. You looking for me to scratch in my private area. You trying to pick people for me to sleep with. Bitch, I don't want no motherfucker you pick. White chick come around me today, intoxicated, talking about, sir, ma'am, can I ask you a question, sir, ma'am? I'm sorry, I ain't got my contacts in. Bitch, you can see. So I ignored her motherfucking ignorant ass. That's what they do. Like I said, it's some type of hormone therapy. What did I notice when this shit started happening, when I started blowing up? Facial hair. I started even having to shave my cheeks because hair was on my cheeks. Mustache. Periodically, I would get a mustache. But when the hair get on my cheek, you done gave me something. I end up having a strand of hair come out my motherfucking breast. It is hormone therapy that they are treating me with. That's why I'm this big. That's why my body shape, they like doing shit to try to make me look like and shape like a man so they can come around here talking that sir shit. Let me tell you something. If there was no law on this earth, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, if there was no law, no type of justice system on this earth, and you came around here doing this shit, and I know you were doing it deliberate and disrespecting me, trying to embarrass me, I would put my foot in your ass. Deep, bitch. I would. And you better thank God that I didn't. They all around here looking and waiting for me to nut up. Been trying to lock me up. Accuse me of shit. They want to keep me broke all the time. Every dollar, everything I make gone on something. I can't save shit. But you want to crack jokes and talk about save what, bitch? Not what these people doing. Everything I try to do to generate income I don't have to work and just be at home making income. These motherfuckers put a stop to it. Why you trying to make me look like a man, bitch? You made me fat. Your plan backfired. You thought you was going to make me gain weight. And then I was going to see I was gaining weight and start back exercising. Because I'm not on that job where I was walking every day to lose that 40 pounds no more. I don't gain weight this damn fast. It's virtually impossible. I don't give a fuck what lie you try to tell. You've been treating me with hormone therapy. They've been coming in this apartment doing that shit. Places I go to eat been feeding me that shit. That's why these cakes and shit tasting funny. That's why my food tasted funny. My mouth is dry. My mouth is been dry because of something they doing. This is the biggest lie your ass got to be held accountable for. You ain't learned no lesson. You ain't learned shit. You ain't learned a motherfucking thing, bitch. It's the biggest lie that you're going to be held accountable for. And you know what? You better own everything that happened. Because you should have been brought before a judge. And the courts should have heard what that plant did to me. Told them you wasn't supposed to do that shit. Got justice for me. But you didn't. You made me some walking spectacle around here. You tried to shut me up with debt. Bills. Every dime I make going to something. I can't save shit. If I buy a pair of clothes, pair of pants, I ain't bought no gym shoes. If I buy a pair of shoes, your back broke. I always doing shit to have me spending my money out. Now you taking my money from the bank. From some, I don't know what this is. It's a scam going on with Hertz. And it has something to do with that rental car. I've been seeing a lot of Florida cars up here. I Googled, there's a recent scam going on down there in Florida. With some guys that done scammed Uber out of $1 million. Google it if you don't believe me. The shit I've been noticing, the shit people been saying, it has something to do with a debit card. Debit cards. I know that much. I done had quite a few people come around me talking about they tried to create an Uber account, or either they was in contact with they had requested a ride through Uber, and the driver sent them a message with a link asking for their credit card information or another credit card. And then after I run across that story about them two guys that done scammed Uber out of $1 million, I'm been seeing nothing. I've been on here. I've been seeing nothing but Florida cars up here. All these Florida license plates up here. Whatever that scam was down there in Florida, it's up here. And it's big time. But that's another story. Why you coming here poisoning my motherfucking food? What the fuck is on this shit? You've been doing it to my body wash. I tried to report that to the Detroit police when I was at Alden Towers. My body washes smell funny. They get my body wash. I keep constantly switching body wash because my skin is drying out. It acts like it's moisturizing, but then when I leave out of here and come back and use it again, my skin is drying out. My skin is dry. My mouth is dry. This food leaving some dry film on my mouth. Why are they doing this? This shit is illegal. And I've been saying this shit for years, but nobody stopped it. You around here watching me, what I'm about to do, because you think I'm about to do something. Let me tell you something. I'm 53. I had every opportunity from the time you did this shit to me at Warren Truck until now to do something to you. And the fact that I have not nutted up on you, you best thank God that I didn't. Because I could have been a different route to this shit when I found out the courts didn't give a fuck about me. Me and my son ended up homeless. That boy wasn't even grown yet when that happened. He was 12. We ended up in the streets. I had to sell my home. They didn't give a fuck about us. Don't give a fuck about me now. That's why he walking around here angry. He's broken because of this shit. And Warren Truck Plant got away with this shit. And you gonna try to talk about some statute of limitations. Ain't no statute of limitation on justice. You got to be held accountable for this.